right, y'all, because get here so we can talk about this latest episode of Jocelyn's Cabaret, Texas. Baby, this shit is a mess. Before we even get started, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on, and get down in these comments because y'all know we're going to have to talk about it. And let's go on ahead and get into it. Now, we kicking the episode off where we left it off, and that's Danny and Wetwet. They getting it in, fighting like hell, okay? Wetwet look crazy. Her wig gone. Both titties is out. Danny wig matted. It ain't off. It might as well be. It's tangled, matted, knotted all up. Okay, but they ended up breaking them up. And I be damned if soon as they get them broke up, here come Voodoo out of nowhere, and her and Wetwet start going for another round. They also fought. I think they was the two that started fighting in the first place before Danny got into it. But y'all know that's usually how it go. Whether Danny is fighting or whether Drea or Voodoo, y'all. And let me just say that. I'm going to say Voodoo or Drea, but y'all know I'm talking about the same person. I might interchange them because sometimes one name just comes out over the other one. But just know I'm talking about the same person. So, I think, like I said, Wetwet and Voodoo were the ones that started fighting. And then it ended up with Danny and her into it. So, they all get through squabbling. They get up off the ground. Jocelyn says she don't think Wetwet was a good idea for the house mom. Well, no shit, Sherlock. I mean, how in the hell do you have somebody like the house mama supposed to know how to keep her own self together before she needs to know how to keep the other girls together? And then you just look at Wetwet and it just look like something don't smell right, something ain't clean. You put a finger in her ear, it's gonna come out filthy and sticky, full of wax. It just looked like the, and Jocelyn keep talking about the breath. I can only imagine the levels of the breath. So it's just like, you're right. She wasn't a good idea, but you needed a way to get her back on the show. And that's what a lot of people don't get about Wetwet. She is very much a fan favorite. Motherfuckers love Wetwet, for real. And I think she knows that, and it done kind of got in her head, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. Isis pick up Voodoo wig. After it got snatched off her head, she picked it up. But honey, she said that the wig stank. She said the wig was funky. I don't not believe it. It looked funky. You done came in here, you done did battle. Not to mention it didn't look like it was probably the freshest wig when you put it on your motherfucking head. You probably done been styling it, putting all kind of product in it. The damn wig probably do stink. You got mad, you snatched your wig back after y'all had broke up the fight. Her and Isis started having words back to back or back and forward with each other. Dre, I don't think that's a tree you want to bark up because that girl looked like she could probably do a little bit more damage than Wetwet. So you might want to kind of watch out when you talking to her, and that just is what it is. Chinx ends up calling out Lexi Gold for a previous fight that they had, or not even fight, a previous beef that they had because they share the same pimp. I guess the pimp is more so Lexi boyfriend, but honey, he's still your pimp too, so let's not be delusional. If we're gonna be anything, we're gonna be for real, in the words of Saucy Santana. But they ended up having words, and then they go ahead and line up the fight. I was shocked, baby, because when these girls don't look that big. When we just looking at them on camera and they just kind of walking around in them dresses and shit, it wasn't until them bitches came face to face that they looked like two horses about to do battle. And that's exactly what happened. Them bitches got to swinging and fighting and slamming each other. Bitch, that shit looked like them WWE SmackDown. All right, in ball gowns, in dresses, and lingerie. It looked crazy. Beat the hell out of each other. I want to say it looked like Lexi may have gotten the best out of Chinx. I want to say she ended up on top of her at the end. They both ended up crashing out and falling. But overall, it wasn't a bad fight. It just looked dangerous because them bitches is too big. Jocelyn was running. She getting back. She nervous. She said, oh, wait a minute. Are they fighting? Yes, girl, they fighting. You stay your ass back because these are some big old bitches. They knocking people the fuck over. They falling the hell over. All in all, like I said, it was a good fight. I'm going to give it to Lexi Gold. They break it up. Them two was talking back and forth, arguing a little bit more. But, honey, before you know it, the girls all get naked. It's just like you don't never know which way to fucking turn when it comes to the cabaret and baddies. 1 minute y'all are beating the hell out of each other. The next minute y'all are expected to be shaking ass and getting cash. It's really wild. They get naked. They get in the pool. Some of the bitches don't even have wigs on no more because they done just got through fighting. Example, Wetwet. Y'all just up here looking crazy as hell. I think Dre and them done went and put on old masks. So at least you don't see her burr braids no more. But everybody's getting down. They dancing in the pool. Y'all know who my favorite is so far. I don't know. I'm a sucker for a thickum. What is her name? Queen Envy. Oh, my God. She's fire. I love it. she's also the one that it looked like kicked off them getting naked because she took her dress off and got her ass in that pool first. Jocelyn make an announcement. She call all the girls out the pool and she tell them that tomorrow they're going to have a real big pool party once they move into the house. And she don't want them to do no fighting. So basically, get all your motherfucking scrapping out tonight or on the bus, whatever, which is exactly what they going to do because she don't want them fighting at the pool party. The next day, get here, Jocelyn and Ballistic, they get to the house. The house is fire, okay? I don't know why in the hell Zeus gets these big, beautiful ass fucking houses and put these women in them and just let them tear them up. Just let them tear them up. They got to spend the check that they cut for damages and shit in round of these people's houses have got to be so big. After they get out of these damn houses, it's not even funny. But basically, Jocelyn walking around, she looking at the house, she talking to Ballistic about what did he think about the girls. One girl in particular that she keep on talking about is the heavyset girl, Monica. She said that she feels like she catfished her. She said that she feels like in person, Monica was very quiet. And she haven't really been doing too much. And my whole thing of it is, Jocelyn, y'all, they just got there yesterday. Like, what do you expect her to do? I think it's the fact that she wasn't one of the ones that was doing the most. And maybe Jocelyn thought with her being a BBW, she was going to come in and she was going to be doing the most. But my thing of it is, that's a white girl. I mean, it just is what it is. That is a white girl. And it's like, she's going to act like one. She's acting accordingly. She's not jumping into no damn fights. I'm not saying that she's not going to fight. Eventually, because she very well may, but it's just like she came in quiet, and I don't feel like you need to crucify her just because she's not being a pick-me, and she's, Jocelyn, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's not doing the most to get your attention. It starts to make me feel like that's what Jocelyn needs. She needs these girls to be all over her flunky style just for her to like them. Anyway, now the ladies is on the bus. Isis calls out Voodoo. And she tells her, you know, she didn't appreciate her snatching her wig from her the night before. And she like, come on, square up. Like, let's go ahead because we might as well get it over with. They get the fighting on the bus. This damn bus is too small. It's a nice size bus, but it's still too small for y'all to be doing the type of battle that y'all doing on this damn bus. Isis pretty much kind of got the best of Voodoo, in my opinion. She ended up on top of her when they broke it up. But then, of course, what I say, here come Danny. Danny get up and she call a fade with Isis. She like, get up. Isis must have done realized that, bitch, I ain't got as much leverage as I thought I was going to have on this damn bus. She trying to sit the hell down. And Danny like, get up. Don't make me attack you. Get up. And we going to do this. You know, we going to do this fair. Like, don't make me come over there and dab on you. And I just don't understand why it is that they always got to fight together. Like, girl, you didn't have nothing to do with her and Voodoo's fight. Like, she fought her all because the girl snatched her wig. The girl said her wig stink and all of it. You didn't have anything to do with that. But I guess that's your friend. So she said, fuck it, you gonna catch a fight with me too. They end up fighting. And I want to say it was kind of a tie. I want to say they both held their own in the fight. Wetwet, she doing her big one on this bus. She calling out all the conflict. Who else got problems? Anybody else got something they need to handle? Let's go ahead and get it taken care of while we on the bus. Oceans, she like, okay, I got a problem too. She calls out Nique, showgirl Nique. And she like, I didn't appreciate last night when we was at the function, you kept talking over Jocelyn. And I got a problem with that. Nique start putting her hair up. She like, you know, she very much looking pretty. Like, she didn't even know she was going to have to fight. It was taking her a minute to get her hair up. Once she did, they went ahead and got to it. I don't want to say that Oceans won. I don't want to say that. I feel like Nique kind of fell, and that caused Oceans to be able to get the best of her, because if you look at like her throwing punches, she wasn't really like throwing punches. She wasn't hitting her like you could say, oh, she was beating the hell out of her. It wasn't none of that. It was just that Nique fell. They're in a small confined space, and I feel like it allowed Oceans to kind of get the best out of her. And she's a bit bigger than Nique, because Nique is a skinny girl. But at the same time, Nique held her own, honey. She did not let it rock. She held her own. Wetwet asks about the beef between Lexi and Chinx. She like, okay, now what the hell y'all got going on? You know what I'm saying? Now, what the hell this fighting is y'all got going on? They try to explain a little bit more about the fact that it was the pimp that came in between them. And Chinx is about it. Chinx still want to fight. But baby, when I say everybody was like, listen, please, y'all two do not get up. Y'all are two hippos. Y'all are too motherfucking big to be fighting on this bus. Everybody, it's been funny games while all these little skinny girls is getting flung around. It's all funny games. But when you two big bitches get up and get to doing battle, no ma'am. No ma'am. Y'all got too much body flying around everywhere, slamming down on people. We're not doing that on the bus. And they didn't. I was happy that they didn't get the fighting, because them two would have caused some type of major ass damage on that damn bus. The ladies get to the house finally. They pull up. Jocelyn comes out to greet them. Wet doing the most. She doing all that. Yeah, she's just getting on our nerves. So you know she getting on Jocelyn's nerves. And what happened? You ain't in the house in the foyer. 2 hot seconds, Wet. And Jocelyn tell you, get the fuck out. Go outside. Get out. Close the door. Close the door. Don't open the door. She put your motherfucking ass out quick, fast, and in a hurry. Wet saying, oh, really? I know you lying. Jocelyn said, get out. Close the door. And don't come back. And don't come back until I tell you. So, honey, Wet got to get out. But let me tell you something. Wet must have skipped her pill. She must not have packed them with her, brought her pills to the show or something. Because when I say this bitch is, her mental is really fucked. Wet outside acting a fool, okay? She ain't got no drawers on for one. Her dress is little itty bitty titty committee. And she's shaking her ass and putting her legs and shit all up. Tussie all out for the world to see. Booty shaking, looking like 2 flat-ass flapjacks jiggling. I just can't. I really can't. It makes you honestly feel so bad about Wet being on the show when things like this happen, and you can kind of see how she is just like a crash out, for real. You know, she's good TV, but she's definitely a crash out. Jocelyn's talking to the ladies, you know, basically telling them they finna go pick their rooms. The ladies are telling her that of all people, Ocean stood on business for her, and she ended up fighting Nique because she was doing all that talking. And Jocelyn said, yeah, you was talking too damn much. You wouldn't shut the fuck up. Nique said she was drunk the night before. I mean, Jocelyn, you can't blame them. Y'all shovel liquor and shit down these women's mouths and throats, make them smoke 8 blunts back to back, and then you expect them to stand there and be quiet and act like, you know, they on their best fucking behavior. It ain't gonna happen all the time just like that. But Jocelyn, we can already tell Oceans is looking for a spot to be her next Danny or her next Voodoo. Because that's what they do. Anytime Jocelyn has a problem, if she don't want to put her hands on somebody herself, she's going to call one of them to come and do it for her. Jocelyn lets the girls go find their rooms. They all running around the house. Everybody pretty much gets a room. Most of them are bunking together. It's not enough beds for everybody, but we do find out that Jocelyn's going to be eliminating a lot of girls. Like, everybody ain't going to make it to the end. She's actually going to be sending girls home this year, or this season. So I'm curious to see how that's going to work. She tell Wet to come back in. Wet's still outside acting a fool. And, honey, Wet came in on a whole nother level, baby. She was ready to confront Josh. She said, yeah, what's up, Jocelyn? What's up, Jay? That's what she called her. Yeah, Jay, you remember you told me you was going to get my teeth fixed? I said, bitch, get out my face. Get the fuck out of my face. Back up. Get back. She said, no, I'm just telling you, Jay, because you did, and I got text messages to prove it. Girl, you know that shit don't mean nothing. Jocelyn will tell you today she's going to write you a check for $10,000, and then tomorrow she's going to tell you, bitch, fuck you, I didn't say a damn thing. Fuck you. And you ain't going to get a damn quarter. Okay, that's just how it rocks. That's how it is. I don't know. I guess she was mad, which I cannot blame Wet for being mad after she done got put out embarrassed in front of everybody. She supposed to be the house mom, and now Jocelyn treating her worse than any of the new girls that she's bringing on the show. So she's pissed off about it. Jocelyn tells Voodoo to come and get her the fuck out. So Drea come, they in each other's face. They never fought, but she do end up getting Wet out the house. I also felt really bad at this scene because Wet was really outside acting a damn fool to the point that they had to call the police on her. The police end up showing up, but Jocelyn and the girls, they inside and they basically just looking out, watching her and laughing at her. And it really wasn't nothing funny about the fact that this girl feelings was hurt, that she was really out there hurt like a mug. You know, she felt like Jocelyn brought her on the show, probably just to make fun of her and put her out and kick her out, talk about how bad her breath is and all this shit. And my thing of it is, Wet's personality, she can withstand a whole lot. she can take a whole lot of, criticism and a lot of motherfuckers talking about her, but it comes to a point where that shit can make her break. And it looks like that's what was happening at the end of this episode. That like Wetwet was really having a mental break, because when she was sitting in the police car, she in there crying and talking about how she got a lot of stress going on at home, coupled with the things that when she came here and now she's stressed out. I kind of felt really bad for her. Not even kind of. I did. I felt really bad. Jocelyn in the house talking to the girls. She separate Raven and Diamond. I don't know why Raven titties out. But they been out, hanging out the bottom of the shirt. But she separate them because they over there playing. And my whole thing with y'all is, y'all are already on thin ice, especially you, Raven. You need to really sit down and be quiet. Like, y'all are playing a dangerous game. You done already got crashed into the concrete to the point where you keep on having to make jokes about it every time you in this damn confessional, yet you still sitting around playing with Diamond. I mean, at least when y'all standing around the damn bitch, just calm down and not do too much playing while y'all in her presence. And y'all know that she done set up and cuss other people out for playing while she's around her. And like, she just now sent Wetwet out for doing the same thing. And here you are trying to choke Diamond, playing and shit while she's talking. Ain't nobody got time for that. So Jocelyn's basically telling them that the pool party is the next day. And again, she don't want no fighting at the pool party. She asked any of the girls if they got any faves. They need to call out any problems, anything to go ahead and take care of it now. And Chinx, she walk up again and she like, all right, we didn't do it on the bus, so come on, we're going to have to go on and run this again, Lexi, let's go. Lexi just look like she tired. She over it. She like, God damn it, here we go. But I'm going to do what I got to do. She calling me out, so here I go again. She goes up, and these two start fighting, and that's pretty much where the episode ends off at. And I can't wait to see how it ends, because, baby, them two is entertaining when they are fighting. They are just humongous. Next episode, it look like it's finna be a big old group fight up in one of them damn rooms. Like I told y'all, they finna tear up these damn people's shit. But you know what? Lemmy got the money to pay for it, so it ain't no problem. Y'all make sure y'all let me know what y'all liked about the episode. Were y'all intrigued? What parts were y'all favorites? Which girls do y'all like the most? Or do y'all think it's going to be your fan favorites for this year? Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on, because y'all know y'all don't want to miss when I come back with the next one.